How's it going, everybody? Stock Picks by Tim here, and I'm with my daughter, so you might hear her in the background. I apologize in advance, but I want to let you know what I bought today. Also, some of my thoughts on a few stocks. I'm not going to go over all of these stocks on the charts, but I'll go over a couple. So, as some of you may know that watched my previous video, I did sell most of my Disney. I had about 16 shares. Now I'm down to 2, okay? So I used that money as a buying opportunity to buy last week and also to buy today, and I also have some cash on the side. So that was the main reason I sold Disney. And sure enough, so far, looks like it was the right decision. Disney has dropped a little bit, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to look over Disney in a second here. But first off, I'll let you know what I bought. So first, I bought some Matterport. I think it's at a fantastic time to buy, but I will be continuing to average through. It can come down further in the end of January. I'm already coming into Matterport expecting it to come down a little bit further, okay? So just keep that in mind. This could come down farther. I'm just going to continue to average through, and I've told you guys this before. Next up, CleanSpark. We're at a price here. We hit 750 before, and we bounced very nicely off of it, and this was a long time ago. I mean, this is about a 52-week low at its current price. So consider CleanSpark. I think it's at a great time to buy. There's a lot of fear in the crypto market, and I think that's another reason CleanSpark's dropping considerably. Next up, INDI. Now, if you know me well, you know I've been an INDI bull since the beginning, since this was about $7, $8. I've been buying through. We ran up to 16. I took a little bit of profit, ran back down. We're here at about $10. I think it's a fantastic time to add to your position. Now we are here at under $10. We did break our support. We'll see if we come back up and come over it. But we did break our support. It could come down a bit further. But at its current valuation, I love INDI. And I did buy some shares. I think the warrants look like a good deal. But I specifically bought shares today. They have a great executive team. They're in a growing industry. I believe a compound annual growth rate of about 46% in the semiconductor industry. And yeah, for me, INDI is a long-term buy. I'm going to just continue to buy through INDI. Love that stock. Next up, Facebook. Okay, Facebook dropped down to the 315, 316 level. I definitely figured I'd pick up a share of Facebook. I had roughly 4 or 5 shares, started selling as we were hitting the 350 level, 345. And, sometimes it's just luck. Honestly, I just got lucky with it. I honestly thought it could come up and test 400. But we turned around, came back down here, and I'm going to be picking shares up. I'll likely buy some more Facebook this week. I did keep some cash on the side. Highly recommend you keep cash on the side during rough market. I know it's definitely easier said than done. It's very difficult to have self-restraint and just keep some cash on the side, especially if you really love these stocks and see some great deals. But I think in this current environment, I can't overstate it enough that having some cash on hand is very important right now. Now, to get into the rest of these, ChargePoint. Another stock that I absolutely love, and I covered this in my last video. At this price, $15, I'm going to be buying it. It could come down further, but I am long-term on ChargePoint. I believe in the EV industry, and they are the market leader. They're also expanding into Europe with a few of their recent acquisitions, and definitely see ChargePoint as a buy. I only bought a few. I have a pretty built-out position in ChargePoint, but I couldn't resist it at this price. Now lastly, Astra, another great stock I think to buy, and this is in the space industry. And at this price, I think it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous at this price. It's only less than $6, and I will be continuing to buy more Astra this week if it does continue to flounder around this level. Now we're here looking at Disney stock, and I drew a circle here where I'd potentially start to buy in. Okay, so if this can come to the low 150s, I will potentially add. All right, I got very lucky, sold right here about 157, dropped a little bit today, but I'm not buying yet. I want it to come down a little bit more, and then I will start adding my position. But I'm likely not gonna build it out to where I had it. I'm not gonna build it out to about 16 shares. I'll probably work on getting to about 10 shares and just keep that position size relatively small in my portfolio. We did have this very nice double bottom and we came back up. I think we can come back and retest the 150s, the low 150s. We might not see the 140s, but if anything's possible. If it comes to the 140s, I will be buying and likely building out my position to about 10 shares, okay? But I will be kind of slow and methodical with Disney and just slowly add at this point. It needs to come down a little bit more, personally, in my opinion. But just be aware there is a gap up here. We may try to fill it. We may not. But yeah, I see Disney as I'm going to wait on this. I do have 2 shares left. Not selling them yet. I would potentially sell them if we came to the high 160s. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to buy in a little bit lower. And that's basically what I'm doing with Disney. Just wanted to give you an update on that. And let's get into the next one. All right, next we're looking at Proterra, or PTRA. Now, this is an EV bus company. And I talked about this for the first time yesterday in a previous video, so check it out if you're curious about Proterra. We did have a little bit of a green today, so I didn't buy. I didn't add to my position. So we did have a little bit of green on Proterra today. I decided I'd wait on it. We'll see how it does this week. I might potentially add this week if it can come down, okay? But even at its current price, I think it's relatively safe, okay? We are right here at somewhat of a low point, and if you believe in the EV industry, and also with this company, their revenue's been increasing. They have an okay amount of cash on hand, but they are likely going to have to acquire more debt to continue to expand. So that's one thing to be aware of in this current industry, in this current environment. So just be aware of that with Proterra. You know, with interest rates rising, there are likely going to be more fears with this one moving forwards through 2022. But with a long-term outlook, I think these are great prices to start adding a position. Although I haven't yet, I'm going to wait and see what it does this week. It may pull back just a little bit more. And if it doesn't, if it just starts taking off and flying away, I'll just let it do its thing. You know, for anyone that got in, good for you. But I will wait if it just starts running up and continuing to run. There's always opportunities out there. You don't need to chase a stock. And with everything red today and Proterra green, I figured I'd just kind of focus on the stocks that just have a lot of fear right now. Now, next up, Facebook or Meta Platforms, FB. Soon the ticker will change to Meta. Now, we were following a trend here until we broke it, and now I think we're at a great time to buy. I actually added like 319, I think it said in that last thing. So we did gap down a little bit. We're down at about 319, 320. I think this is a great time to buy it. I honestly do. And it's been for me, it's been really an easy swing trade lately if you're a little patient. If you're patient enough lately, it's been a fantastic swing trade, buying in this low 300s, selling in the mid 300s. And this has happened a couple of times, may happen again. The trend might not continue, you know. I mean, if you look at this, you can tell in the last couple months, you know, you could see that in the last couple months, we're basically right around this channel. You know, if you buy low in the low 300s, you can sell in the high 300s. It's given you a couple opportunities to do so far, and it may continue. You know, I do like this zone at here, and long-term metaverse play, I think Facebook is gonna destroy the metaverse industry. You know, don't sleep on Facebook. I think they have plenty of cash. They are gonna continue to work on their metaverse side of things, although it will cost them a lot. It will cost them a lot to continue to just grow in the metaverse area, but I think this is one company that's already positioned in a fantastic way, okay? I mean, most people have Facebook on their phones. They're going to integrate all of that. I definitely have a lot of faith in Facebook Meta platforms, and this is one of my metaverse plays, and it's one of a few of my large caps that I actually like right now. A lot of large caps right now to me are overvalued, and I've just been playing the waiting game for the last couple months on these overvalued large caps, okay? Facebook, though, I think it's great where it's at. AMD is one previous stock I was talking about in this channel that's a large cap. Caterpillar. I'm mainly just focused, you know, Meta platforms. AMD, if it could pull back, you know, I was talking about it at about 100, and it just ran from there. I actually didn't get in, okay? I didn't get in at 100 on AMD, so I kind of missed out on that one. But be patient and you will find the deals, okay? You just got to be patient, keep some cash on the side, and buy into that fear. You know, you got to buy into that fear. Short term might not look good. You might be continuing down, sure. But if you're long-term committed, if you have long-term convictions on these stocks, I think you're going to be sitting very pretty in the coming years, maybe even in the coming months. But that's basically all I got for you guys. A quick update on what I've been doing today, what I've been buying, my thoughts on Disney, my thoughts on a couple of these large caps. Thanks as always, guys. Consider hitting the like and subscribe. I put out videos every single day. And until next time, peace.